Hi, Matt Beyer of Matt Beyer Organizing with organizing the Pantry for Visibility. Many of the beautiful pantries you see on Instagram and Pinterest are almost works of art. You may see some of those features in this video, but there is just one feature that I am focusing on: visibility. In my book, The Circulation Solution, I talk about how the key to staying organized is to have a plan for movement in a series of manageable, reliable stages. That's what I mean by circulation, and circulation prevents accumulation. One of the most critical factors to items circulating reliably is visibility. The rule is simple: reveal, don't conceal. When items are visible, you create a clear scoreboard. When you instantly know where you stand, you can decide quickly and act quickly. To keep up with a basketball game, you can instantly take a glance at the scoreboard and clearly see how many points the losing team needs and how much time it has left. So too with a clearly organized pantry. You can instantly identify what you need to pick up at the grocery store and how many. What makes things hard to find in a pantry? Excess stuff conceals. So toss expired food and donate forgotten or unwanted food to a food pantry. Reserve top shelves for bulk quantities and lower shelves for heavier items like beverages. That way you free up space in the middle for heavily accessed items. I know, folks love to see these baskets in pantries, and we can use them as well. But for visibility, findability, and general ability to stay organized, I recommend these clear lucite containers. You see them a lot in those beautiful pantry photos, and for good reason. You may see them as a wasteful expense, but consider how they save you time and money. One of the guidelines in my book is frequency merits facility. The more often you do something, the easier it should be. Buying groceries is something we do all the time, so having a clear scoreboard saves time. And have you ever wasted money on an excess number of items because you simply couldn't find the same items you already had? Maybe you can use up the extras before they expire, but in the meantime, you have more of the excess which conceals. When you can see your full variety of snacks all at once, you give them a fighting chance before the hidden ones go stale. How you fill the bins contributes to the visibility, so it's not superficial. Like a supermarket shelf, always positioned vertically with the labels always facing outward. Supermarket shelves don't have the same variety of sizes surrounding the bags, so they support each other. When you have a variety of sizes, you need the structure of a bin. Here's some tips for keeping bags vertical and visible. If the base of the bag is too wide to fit straight, tip it back so that you can push the base upward and the corners turn down. Now it fits beautifully in a straight-on view. If the base of the bag is creating too much depth, limiting how many bags you can fit, same thing, but tip all the way back to bring the contents to the top. Final step: a simple pull across the top. Superficial? Perhaps, but it does contribute to the visibility, and that does justify the effort. Okay, here's one that's completely superficial. I admit it. I just hate the look of too many chip clips. So for open bags, do this. Push the air out of the top and fold forward at least 3 times. Then fold the sides backward. Push this fold backwards and tuck underneath. It won't be fully locked in the corners like with a fitted sheet, but enough to keep the bag closed and airtight. In all honesty, the only way you're going to get your kids to participate in any of these practices is if you can convince them that it's a fun game to make things super visible. Hey, it would have worked on me. Are you wondering whether I can justify decanting things like cereals into these airtight canisters when you can clearly identify the contents on the cereal box? Then check out my organizing pet supplies video. Here's a way to actually improve on supermarket display. In a supermarket, the cans and jars can be on the same level, because they have the advantage of wider, deeper shelves. In your pantry, you will keep fewer cans and jars in a limited space, so it helps to maximize the visibility. This product fits the bill. I still like to keep the same items in a line with the label facing outward, just like in a supermarket. But by having the items behind elevated, you can see exactly what's left and what's running out. You remove the guesswork. Again, you have a clear scoreboard of what you need. A great way to maximize the dead space in your shelf corners is with a Lazy Susan or turntable. Rather than having to shift bins to access the corner, you simply rotate the Lazy Susan to see and access what you have. I think the Lazy Susan is particularly well suited for tall things like oils and vinegars. Spices might also be good candidates. Position them similarly to the 3-tier organizer, with tallest items in the back. The final step in maximizing visibility is choosing labels. You might think that labels are unnecessary if you can clearly see what's inside a clear container. But they play a part in maintaining dedicated zones. The exercise of getting organized is all about clarifying a reasonable quantity to keep in each category. It's important to leave a little room for growth in each category, and it's important to be able to see when you have exceeded your reasonable limits. Labels keep you in check. They create a clear scoreboard for the entire family, even when the containers are empty. Don't just shove an excess item from another category into an empty bin. Learn from the scoreboard. If you are out of the healthy snacks you want to keep, for example, don't fill the healthy snack bin with potato chips just because you bought too many potato chips. If you want to reevaluate your priorities and keep fewer healthy snacks, then that's different. A label reminds you of the priorities you have chosen. When a container is empty, the label reminds you of what needs filling. If you want a bold reminder, go with the black on white P-Touch label. If you just need a subtle reminder, one that offers more visibility, then go with the white on clear label. You'll see other professional organizers show you how to make your pantry look pretty. That's fine, but that's not my purpose. My purpose is to make it as easy as possible to stay organized. So easy, it feels like cheating. Hopefully, you can clearly see how these tips will help. For more easy organizing tips, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you around.